And we're back. Sorry about this, guys. We were busy doing something else. Okay. So now what I have to do. Okay. Mais bon, oui, ta culotte, There you go. Isn't it beautiful, guys? We're back, baby. We're back. Okay. This is good. Don't blink, it's your wink. Welcome to the show. This is Mom because I'm having a wonderful day on this 25th November 2024. What a good day. What an amazing day. We had the sunrise, sunset behind us. Today we're reviewing the Hunger Game. And the reason for that is actually a really cool reason. I don't think I need a good reason, but I'll give you a good reason. We started working. And I found an application. Shout out to Speechify, which is an application where you can put PDF file, which is basically books you can find on the internet for free, and then listen to them. Thanks to that application. So one of the books that we downloaded is, drumroll please, Hunger Games. You're right. I don't know how you guys guessed that, but you guys are phenomenal. So I want to watch the movie first before even reading the books, because usually I'm more of a book kind of guy. With the Harry Potter, with the Lord of the Rings, with the fun fact, I never actively. Yeah. That used to be me, bro. Yeah, it used to be me a couple months ago. I'm joking. We used to we never actually read the complete trilogy of Lord of the Ring, which I want to do badly. I want to do really, really badly. So long story short, um, we're gonna review the movie for that exact reason. And that is pretty much it, I guess. The Hunger Games movie, the first one, we just finished watching it. It's the classic. See, with these movies, and I know it's meant to be like for younger people. I always had this problem of only. I check my batteries here. I have to check my battery. Because it's cold outside. There's always this not necessarily problem, but problem in the fact that there's no in middle. There's only good guys and only bad guys. So you look at the capital, you look at the first district, the second district as bad people, right? And the 12th district, you see, you're supposed to feel bad for them. They're broke. They're living in hard condition. But then, as I there's something sweeter right now. As I watch it in the hope of being able to review it, I think one of the most important characters is Gale. It's Prim and Gale, which is okay, so the main character of the series isn't Pita, is in fucking that's pretty much the only character I remember the name. It's Katniss. And Katniss, she lived the tough life, right? And you're supposed to feel bad for her. Katniss, whole character arc. The old reason why we love her is because she's a girl on fire. She's the girl from the district who nobody believed in, but she rebelled against the capital. She's the girl that nobody thought she had a chance, but she actually had a chance. She's the girl that was supposed to be a broke-ass biatch, but ended up being a freaking badass hero, you know? And that's her old heart. That's the entire reason why people like Katniss. And I think here the reason why we like Katniss is once again she's the underdog. She's the perfect underdog. You see, Pita, we like him because he's the friend or the teammate. Let's call him teammate of Katniss. But you see, Pita is a weird case. Pita is absolutely a weird case. Pita was a member of District 12, but kind of like he had a better life than Katniss. So like, we know you're from a shitty district, but kind of had a good life. Katniss had a shitty life. We see with her mom that did the depression when her father died, and she couldn't even think. You see her being the parental figure, or the parenting child, for her sister Prim. We're seeing Gale, who's talking about running away. We're seeing Gale as this love interest, where those people are supposed to suffer, but there's actually real love for it. So she's having this shitty life, but then there's hope. And you see, what is really cool about that movie, and as a kid, I was just like, okay, well, this is a cool movie. As a kid, I had a huge crush on, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence. Now, we're gonna pretend that it ended at when I was a kid, and it's still not the case. No, okay. I was hoping for something here, but you're gonna see that it's actually fun because we have the main bad guy, which is Snow. And Snow, not Jon Snow, because Jon Snow is another series. He's this guy who is in charge of the games, which is the Hunger Games. Fun fact, the Hunger Games are actually based on a true story. There's an actual Hunger Games out there. They're not the same thing, but it's inspired by something that really is going on. Hunger Games are real, check it out. And it's Snow, which is again, Snow, the nicest thing was that he kind of built the 12th district, he kind of built them a system for how it works. And it's funny because I wasn't checking that, right? I wasn't checking for how it works, but then you realize that I was watching Assassination Classroom, and Assassination Classroom talked about this. They're like, okay, well, you have 90% of the kids of the class, of the school, that are going to make fun of the people that in that class, in the class of assassination, because they're shitty students. They have the shitty grades, and because they have shitty grades, they're not able to join the mainland, if you will. So then there's districts that are suffering more than others. It's to show like, yo, you're in a good district, you're lucky. You're extremely lucky. You're in a bad district, work hard, and with a bit of chance, you'll be in a better district, right? And the first district is the best one, and the 12th district is the bad one. And it's funny because it's the worst one. It's funny because in the first district, they're actually training to become soldier. That way they have a bigger chance in the games, which is completely unfair. But then we have Bjorn, Ironside from freaking uh, uh, Vikings, right? With Vikings. The son of Ragnar Lodbrok, and it's actually a good movie. So the sad thing is, the Hunger Games are cool. It's really cool. It's a good part, but the almost the prologue, the leading to the games are a bit better. You know, it's a bit better. Even the it's a shitty thing. You see, like the trainer, their trainer, um, which is played by Woody. I love Woody. He's in a position where he gets drunk because he knows the truth of how shitty Noel's game is, and he's kind of depressed, but he's their only hope. And you kind of dislike him because he's such shitty characters, but then you realize why he's shitty. So the actual book, the actual movie is really well put. When you think about it, it's actually really well made. It's very complex. For example, we know why the mom she was like that, but we know why. So you see, it's the details. But the mom, she became so like depressed because her father died, because Katniss' father and Prim's father died, that she was like, okay, well, I cannot function. And then Katniss was the older sister, had to take care of the younger sister. So why is that important? Well, the whole reason why Katniss get herself, she volunteered herself. So why does she volunteer herself? Because there has to be a game where it's a union of 12 districts where there's a girl and there's a male, a guy and a girl. I don't know, I said male. Who goes to a battle, and there's only one winner. The winner is granted a life of sucker. He's able to do whatever the fuck he wants. He's a bad boy. He's a badass. And the name, if you have to volunteer, he's promised glory. But if you don't have, they pick a name, and she picked out the name that's picked out is the younger sister of Katniss. Like, holy shit, I volunteered for her. I don't take her, take me. But the whole reason she volunteered because the mom wasn't there. A lot of little details like that are kind of cool. For example, that Peeta, which is kind of a sad character. Peeta, and you kind of hate him, but you kind of like him. So Peeta betrays Katniss. Spoiler, where were you 20 years ago when that movie first came out? Peeta, which is supposed to be the co-worker of Katniss, he's supposed to work with Katniss. However, no matter how well they work together, there's only one victor. There's only one victor. So, for example, if Peeta was to go in the finale with Katniss would have to kill Peeta. Now, during the movie, they changed that rule and they say, listen, if you're in the same district, you can live together. But at the first, it's not the same. So the first thing he does, and during the whole movie, and people are mad at Peeta. People are really mad, but again, the writing of the movie is actually phenomenal. You have multiple times Peeta explaining why he did it. He just didn't figure it out. The reason why he did it is because everybody else think that he has no chance, he's a loser. And Katniss, she's the one that's gonna win. Katniss is the winner. Katniss is smarter than him. If District 12 had a chance, it's Katniss. So when he's given the opportunity to not necessarily sacrifice himself for Katniss, which again, Katniss. So the cool thing with Katniss, which is again Jennifer Lawrence, which is she's kind of a badass. She's kind of rebellious. She kind of doesn't give a shit, which is something that we love. But she also treats in a lot of places, she kind of treats Peeta like shit. And Peeta's like, yo, first of all, you're gonna kill me, or I'm gonna have to go in a battle where only one of us can survive. You treat me like shit when I'm only nice to you. Peeta, everything that he does it for Katniss. But she doesn't do shit for him. No, technically speaking, she isn't supposed to do something for him. They're still enemy at the end of the day. But still, Peeta does a lot for her. And then he's presented with the opportunity to survive. And say, you know what? Fuck her. I have a chance. I don't have a chance till the very end, but I have a chance to survive as long as I want. Right? Then those people are facing death. Those people are facing death. So, for example, right, if you're in jail, and they're telling you, look, you're gonna have to die. You did some horrible crimes, which was, I don't know what your crime was, but mine was being, I was gonna say some shit, like being too good looking, but again, somebody gonna clip that and gonna say, oh, what an asshole. My apologies. So, you're getting the chance, okay, well, your trial is tomorrow, you'll die in a week. Or your trial is in a month, and you'll die in 2 months. What are you gonna choose? 2 months, you're right. You're right. So that's what Peeta does. And then you say, oh, Peeta's an asshole. No, it's not an asshole. He's a normal human being. You know? But it's kind of nice because everybody treats Katniss super nicely. And again, we love Katniss. but she's favored. She's very favored. Like for example, the guy who gives her the dress, he votes for her. The trainer, you choose to train her versus training Pita. And then you're like, okay, well, she is, and once again, jealous chili life. It's kind of cool. So the movie ends with like that. The movie ends with Pita and Candice surviving, which is amazing. It's a pretty good movie. I'm gonna tell you how the games work because then I will have to explain every single death, and I will not explain the death of Ruth. I refuse to do so. Recipe to Ruth. That's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna explain the death of Ruth, but I'm gonna explain how good the writing is. Once again, I told you how close Candice was to her sister, which is the only, and it's kind of crazy. The only alliance she kind of does, the only alliance she even tried to do, is not even with Pita, and I'm talking about Candice because she's the main character. If you guys didn't know, you guys know. And the funny thing is, the only alliance that she does is with Ruth. And Ruth kind of see her has a strong spirit. She kind of likes her because she's a badass. The only reason that Candice likes Ruth is because she has a younger sister. And Ruth reminds her of her younger sister. So once again, fuck Pita. The only guy that I see, the only guy that I know personally, I'm going to be friends with somebody else because she reminds me of my sister. See, so even if it's explained, it's still a bit weird. I would have loved to see Pita and Candice were together before. See, the spoiler, making the big spoiler. Later in the books, it's always going to be in between Pita and Katniss. Which you're going to choose, right? A sort of twilight of the later on in life twilight of Team Edward and Team Jacob, and she has to choose between Gil and Pita, but you end up feeling bad for Pita. That doesn't matter if she chooses him or not. In the first movie, you end up feeling bad for him, and it's not a bad character. Actually, I really like the actor who played Visha Terabithia, which is one of the best movie, not the best movie ever made, but still. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay. Oopsies. Ayo de pew. Ayo de pew. Ayo de pew. So Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Ring books. No, I have to do this also. I have to do this also. Okay. How much percent? 38. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Don't blink, it's your Blaine. Welcome to another show. This is doing well on this 25th November 2024. Today is a weird day. We look like Clark Kent, but it's not weird today. Life is amazing. Life is really amazing because there's little moments in life where you're like, oh, what is this happening to me? See, 2 weeks ago, and I waited for years. I waited for literally when I started making food reviews. You by the title of the video, by the thumbnail, you guess that we were making a food review, right? I wanted to taste that product, and I couldn't find the original, but I kept finding the salt and vinegar, and I was like, oh, I wish I was able to taste the original. I wish I was. When I finally when I finally found them, when I finally tasted them, I found the original. So today we're tasting the original. Now, Dollarama, the normal baggy salt and vinegar is Maxi. Go figures. So today we're tasting Osis Hickory Sticks, which apparently is really popular in Newfoundland. Where are my people at? My Canadian people. I'm super excited to taste this. Honestly, these are, to me, I don't think salt and vinegar is my favorite flavor. I don't know, it's good, but even vinegar is just too strong. It's really strong, you know? You know what? I get a better excuse for that. I got a better way of talking about it. So, you're right. In the first video, I was honest. I love a nice fry dipped in vinegar. A nice salty fry dipped in vinegar. But for the chip, it's not the same. With the chip, it's completely different because would you have vinegar and salt and eat it? No, you wouldn't. Would you have sour cream and onion? We just did a taste test on the bacon. Would you have bacon? We just did a taste test on the jalapeno. Would you have jalapeno? Finally, we just did a test on the I'm looking for one more because I like having a number of example. Would you ketchup chips? Would you be Canadian? Yeah, you would, right? You wouldn't do salt and vinegar on a spoon. However, with fries, it's nice that the star here is the fry. So without further ado, let's go in the review. Hickory Sticks original. This is basically just salt. This is your original Lay's. This is your original Ruffle. This is your original. Fun fact. I don't know if I ever had original Ruffle. I don't know if I did. I just like tasting the original food of the product. So first of all, the coloration is unbelievable. Look at this bad boy. It's amazing. Truly amazing. And it's good. But this is not salt. I will almost go more barbecue. Not the best, honestly. These are pretty good. See, I used to love these. They didn't have any other choice, but I don't know. It's a bit lacking. Anyway, guys, peace. Guys, we're gonna go in because my neighbor that talks a lot, she's there, so I feel like talking to her 2 days in a row.
27 novembre. Détails dans les magasins participants.
Méga promo du vendredi fou chez PC en vrac. Épargnez jusqu'à 35 %. Portable Lenovo Core i5 avec Windows 11 pour 349,99 $. Du 29 novembre au 6 décembre. C'est chez PC en vrac. Votre équipement informatique à prix imbattable.
La bijouterie suisse fête ses 80 ans. Pour tout achat de 100 $ ou plus, tournez la roue chanceuse. Rabais d'au moins 10 %. Cadeaux surprises et tirages quotidiens. Depuis 1944, la bijouterie suisse, c'est l'histoire de vos plus beaux moments. BeachSuisse.com.
Pour un temps limité chez Desjardins Autocollection, faites-vous plaisir avec le F-150 2024 offert avec 8 000 $ de rabais et la doublure de plateau sans frais. Épargnez aussi jusqu'à 10 000 $ sur le F-150 Lightning. Passez-nous voir pour découvrir nos nombreuses offres sur les Bronco Sport, Mach-E Edge 2024 et bien plus. Chez Desjardins Autocollection.
Alfa Romeo de Québec vous invite à un essai gratuit du modèle Alpha de votre choix. Allez, venez piloter. Alfa Romeo de Québec, sur le boulevard Sainte-Anne.
Ça, c'est le son d'une grande vente du Vendredi fou.
Et ça, c'est le son d'une grande vente du Vendredi fou chez Dormez-vous. Le Vendredi fou, c'est juste pas pareil chez Dormez-vous. Sauf pour les meilleurs prix sur les meilleures marques. Profitez de prix accrocheurs sur les bases réglables style de vie à seulement 899 $. Recevez un cadeau avec tout achat minimum. Et nous payons les taxes sur tout pour un temps limité. Faites vite, le Vendredi fou bat son plein chez Dormez-vous. Des restrictions s'appliquent.
Wallet en direct présenté par l'entrepôt de la Rénault. Tout le mois de novembre, c'est le Black Friday. Panneau de douche à 99 $. 2300 rue John Simons, Québec et à Trois-Rivières. EntrepôtdelaRénault.com.
Ouellet.
Je veux aussi saluer tous les amis qui sont ici.
En direct. En direct. Avec JC et Patricia.
Radio X.
Pat, as-tu vu, tu t'es fait voler ton idée?
Hey, je sais,
Ça a l'air que le monde de BPM Sport, ils ont volé ton idée, puis tellement vite, ils ont eu le temps de la mettre en œuvre, puis de faire ça cette semaine.
Hey, ils font un tournoi à soir.
Tabarouette, nous dit-elle, la bouche pleine de chocolat.
Ouais, parce que Annie nous a apporté du chocolat, puis j'avais envie de manger du chocolat. Mais ça, t'en dit, BPM, trouvez-vous une identité. Arrêtez de voler les
Ouais,
idées.
franchement, Pat a toutes les meilleures idées, puis vous y volez.
Ah ouais, non, mais c'est un addon, là. J'ai dit ça, puis ils font un tournoi. Ils ont bien d'anna. Hey, mais sais-tu quoi? Faisons mieux.
Ouais, c'est ça. Mais
Faisons 2 tournois de pickleball.
Là, ce qu'on va... Non. Ce qu'on va faire, on va laisser le show à DH.
Ah, mais ça,
Est faite. La cellule de Joanne est un peu plus haute que celle de Daisy, mais avec les draps, ils ont réussi à déchirer une lamelle de drap pour en faire un genre de câble qui sont capables de descendre dans le conduit d'aération pour avoir une connexion entre les deux cellules. Et c'est là que la job s'enligne. Notre chère Joanne a placé son dépôt. Vous comprenez exactement de quoi je parle? Dans un morceau de plastique, tous les jours, 5 fois par jour, pendant 1 mois de temps. Déjà là, on a d'affaire à une solide performance.
Des méchants freaks.
Et après ça... 24 ans.
OK.
Et c'est ça. Il a produit 5 fois par jour pendant 1 mois en prison. Fait que, tu sais, il y avait probablement son partenaire de cellule avec lui, là, quand il a fait ça. Et à chaque jour, il emballait.
I'm in a cup.
Grâce à des applicateurs d'infection à levure. Ça, c'est José, peut-être. En tout cas, j'ai fait mes recherches parce que je savais pas c'était quoi. Là. C'est quand tu as une infection, c'est le genre de seringue que tu te rentres exactement où vous pensez.
Oui.
Et elle a rempli ça avec la semence.
Le dépôt, ben oui.
Et...
C'est un dépôt direct ou un virement interact?
Virement interact.
Okay.
Et, le miracle s'est fait. Malgré les 5% de chances que ça fonctionne,
Ça a fonctionné.
le bébé est
Le
né.
ou les bébés?
Le bébé. Il y a eu un bébé qui est née. Là, évidemment, les gens dans la prison comprenaient pas trop ce qui se passait quand elle est tombée enceinte.
Des tests d'ADN, parce que là, moi, j'aurais plutôt soupçonné un gardien de prison.
Ben, évidemment, sur le coup, il capotait, il se demandait vraiment, tu sais, de où venait ce bébé-là. La fille, ça fait 2 ans qu'elle est en prison, elle a pas eu de visite, elle est pas sortie. Tu sais, la visite était derrière, vite, avec un téléphone, tout le kit. Fait
Mais
ils
y
ont
a-tu
fait
des
des
gars
tests
dans
d'ADN.
les ailes de femmes?
Non.
ça,
C'est très séparé.
D'habitude, non, mais ce que je veux dire, y a-tu des gardiens de prison dans des ailes de femmes?
Peut-être. Et fait que là, eux autres, ils se sont posé des questions. Mais, pour confirmer, ils ont fait un test d'ADN de paternité parce qu'elle, évidemment, elle a raconté
l'histoire.
de où ça venait. Et ben, c'est bel et bien l'enfant de Joanne DePaz, 24 ans, qui était dans une cellule un peu plus haut. Le miraculé de la prison de Miami. Et là, pour ce qui est du bébé, il est né, là, il y a de cela quelques temps. Là, l'histoire fait juste sortir récemment. Là, il est né le 19 juin dernier.
Placé en famille d'accueil?
Non, ils l'ont donné à la mère de DePaz, qui est maintenant celle qui s'occupe du bébé. C'est elle qui a la garde complète du petit bébé.
Voyons donc.
Et les 2 parents, maintenant, se sont fait séparer de prison. Mais ils peuvent, parce qu'ils voulaient plus que ça réarrive, là. Fait qu'il y en a un qui est parti dans l'autre prison. Et ils vont avoir le droit de voir leur fille dans... Ah oui, c'est une fille, j'ai dit là, hein, mais c'est une fille, le bébé. Dans des visites vidéo jusqu'à temps qu'ils sortent de prison. Alors, le miraculé de
Ben, hâte
la
de
prison.
voir cette génétique-là, moi, de cet enfant-là. 2 meurtriers comme parents.
Ça va aller loin dans la vie, ça.
Ben, moi, j'ai entendu ça souvent. La pomme tombe pas loin du pommier. À voir si on le retrouve dans une prison près de chez vous.
Ben, c'est ça qu'il dit, si t'as pris ça sur Reddit, peut-être que c'est pas vrai.
Non, c'est pas sur Reddit, là, c'est dans toutes les...
c'est une nouvelle officielle.
Oui, faites vos recherches.
Je suis allée voir, j'allais googler pour voir à quoi il ressemblait, là, de base, puis la nouvelle a fait le tour, là.
Ah oui, non, j'ai pas sorti ça de Reddit, là, c'est très, très vrai.
Ah, mais le gars, on s'entend que c'est bon, sa semence est productive, là.
Ben, les médecins, ceux qui ont analysé ça, ont dit qu'il y avait seulement 5 % de chance qu'elle tombe enceinte.
Aïe, aïe, hein. Mais ça serait drôle que l'auditeur qui nous écrit, tu sais, que sa théorie soit vraie, c'est-à-dire que depuis le début de tes chroniques, c'est toutes des faussetés. Tout écrit sur Reddit à mitaine.
À chaque fois, tout ce que je vous ai raconté, puis c'est ça la joke. Je ne dis que de la merde.
C'est ça.
Non, mais là, sur le site lawandcrime.com, c'est la une.
Ah, ça fait beaucoup, beaucoup jaser.
Tu te rendrais-tu jusque-là, dis, je t'ai passé par des considérations pour, mettons que t'en veux vraiment.
Ben, je sais pas, on l'a pas vécu. Peut-être que je sais pas si t'as juste à ça.
Tu sais, quand t'es désespéré, là.
Je pense juste à ça de tes journées. Parce qu'un homme qui n'a pas... eu de sexe, ou ben là, c'est même pas une histoire de fixe.
Ouais, mais il y a peut-être un petit aspect excitant pour lui là-dedans, même.
Ouais, parce que peut-être que lui, il y en a du sexe, là. On ne sait pas ce qui se passe dans les prisons, là. Mais pas avec des femmes, certainement.
Ouais.
Mais,
Parce que il fait attention à ses affaires, là, pour être sûr d'en avoir en masse. Il est passé dans les conduits.
mais tu sais, moi, je me dis, si ce monde-là avait pris autant de temps à organiser ça, à faire une bonne vie puis avoir une job respectable, ben, il serait probablement très riche et pas en prison. Mais il faut croire qu'il y en a qui dépensent leur temps à faire d'autres choses.
Tu sais, mais j'étais curieux de savoir, ici au Québec, là, est-ce que tu peux avoir des hommes dans les ailes de femmes? Mais il est arrivé bien des histoires qu'ils ont couché ensemble.
Ben, il y a des femmes dans les ailes d'hommes, fait que je vois pas pourquoi il n'y aurait pas le contraire.
Ouais, c'est toi.
Ah, ouais.
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 L'apprenez.
Ben moi, en tout cas, j'ai eu des amis qui est gardienne de prison puis qui m'expliquaient qu'elle était avec des gars, là.
Oui, moi, c'est une agente...
Il n'y avait rien de prisonnière, prisonnier dans les ailes disciplinaires.
Non,
c'est vraiment des agentes de sécurité avec des prisonniers.
Oui, puis il y a des femmes qui tombent en amour avec les prisonniers.
Ouais, ça, c'est déjà arrivé.
Ben oui, ça arrive.
Ben oui.
À part genre Rocco Magnotta qui devient Violette, là, puis qui s'en va dans une prison pour femmes, mais ça, c'est une toute autre histoire, ça. Plein d'histoires que j'aurais pu vous inventer tellement c'est pas de maudit bon sens que je vous...
Fuck it. Even if she's there, who cares? My balcony is important. Okay. These things are the same. Okay, let's go. And we're back. Let's go. Oof. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. You guys are having a wonderful day on this 25th November 2024. Got another product from Greece. Well, technically the same. Okay, technically the same product, but a variant from Greece. Yeah, fucking love this because once again, it's a product we tried twice already, and we liked twice. It's a product from another place in the world, so this is really fun to taste, and it's really fun to. It's a really cool videos to do. Imagine you never had a product that from a certain country, and this is your first time in this country, and you're eating your very first meal. This is exciting. This is the third meal of this country. This is my third Greek meal. We're far from the traditional Greek meals, which is possibly a lot of fish. There's a lot of ocean there. We have strawberry cream, golden brick. We have the nice little flag from Greece. Fun fact, I think that Greece is possibly one of the nicest countries in the world. If you like it, if you're into nature porn, which we're filming right now, forget about Canada, forget about Lishim. Look at Mykonos beach. Look at the Greece beach, incredible. The Greece cave, super nice. But we don't care about this. We care about this. It is once again strawberry cream. I love the fact that for the third time, I love the fact that there's this. It is for a freshness. The smell is fucking phenomenal. And it's kind of funny because if you had wafer before, normal wafer, this possibly did the same thing. The smell is really nice, very strawberry-ish. So the chocolate I didn't really like, the almonds I didn't really like. But I'm actually super, I don't know, super optimistic about these. And the worst thing is, like, they're not my first choice. Usually when I have a taste test, you know, I buy a lot of food. Usually when I have a taste test, the very last one is the one I like the least, or I'm the least excited about. So we have these. What I like here is the little strawberry there. And the color pink. If you have a fragile masculinity, it's a problem, but if you don't, this is amazing. The smell. Also, this is probably the coolest. Look at the inside, because you see the difference in color. Okay. Okay. We have a letdown. Not too much, but still. They're breaking apart. I'm broke. There we go. So, it's pretty good. The wafer is nice. The filling also is really nice, but disappointing me because the filling is like every single other filling that we had. There's a strawberry taste, but it's very, very subtle. I was excited because, weirdly speaking, strawberry and cream usually go really well together. Strawberry has this sweet, but almost bitter taste, and milk comes in as this cooling agent. But here, no. They're good though. I don't know if you would give me this and you wouldn't tell me it's strawberry. I don't know if after the first one, the second one I would have been able to tell you strawberry. I don't know. So, not great, not bad, but yeah, disappointing. Which is okay because at least we tried something new, and at least I did it in front of you and for you guys. Anywho, love you guys. I'm looking around because I'm cold as fuck. Trying to focus on something other than cold, but it's hard. Okay. Now, la 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. I wake up every evening. Got a place. And you're still probably working. I don't remember if I did the Dexter video. Don't blink to Boy Inc. Welcome to a brand new playlist. We're checking out Cobra Kai, possibly the greatest show in Netflix history. Well, funnily enough, one of the first shows that I watched that was exclusive. Let me have a bit of sugar. Much better. As well as fuck outside. And that sugar for once. Exclusively produced by Netflix. Wasn't Stranger Things. It wasn't Arcane. Although I would have loved to be Arcane, it was Cobra Kai. So, fun fact. I was born in the 90s, which is too old, too young to know the greatness of the Karate Kid movie. But old enough to understand that they exist. Old enough to hear some of the reference to it. So Cobra Kai is actually the following of the Karate Kid. And it's weird because it is actually a really cool concept. It's like, okay, well, this show that nobody cares about we're in the 80s. Nobody cares about that show, but we're still gonna make a show about the following of it and the teaching of the Cobra Kai. And I just think it's a fantastic idea because you like that it's less about the Karate Kid, a bit more so about the Cobra Kai and the mentality that LaRusso have, which is the good guy, the student of Miyagi, which is the good guy, or the mentality of Lawrence, which is the students of the Cobra Kai dojo, which are the bad guys, right? So we'll be checking out season 1 today. The whole of season 1, we'll be doing it together. Do not worry, I took some note, which is a bit less ADHD than expected, but still. Without further ado, let's go. We have the recap of how the story of the prologue. You see, Cobra Kai, and if anything, I don't know if it's more of a sequel or a continuation. I feel like more of a sequel than anything else. We have the recap of how it ends, the combat between LaRusso and Lawrence, right? We have the perfect duality. So the first scene is LaRusso and it's Lawrence and how much he's a loser, right? Then we have LaRusso, and LaRusso has a perfect wife. He has kids that he loves. Now Lawrence also have kids, but we don't know that. He has the perfect life, and Lawrence is a fucking loser. He's a handyman but he's not really good at his job, and he loses his job in the first place. But then, and he's kind of like the perfect asshole, if you will. Like, you see a kid getting bullied, doesn't get involved, but then when you touch him, it's like, okay. And that's what I wrote. I heard he's a perfect asshole. I love that he does some questionable remarks about Rhea. Questioning is, borderline racism, because I think it's funny because it does showcase how much of an asshole he is and how behind he is. See, the character of Lawrence, and it's actually funny because the undertone of the first episode is you think that Lawrence is the guy who he couldn't forget the Cobra Kai, he couldn't forget about karate, he couldn't forget about it, he couldn't forget. And then you realize that no, it's not it, it's LaRusso. And in the first season, I do prefer Lawrence a lot. We're gonna be checking out in the very first episode why. There's a very clear reason. But it's LaRusso is obsessed with the character, right? And you see Lawrence as this loser who never got over the past. You know he did, right? We have he saved Rhea, which is one of my favorite character. See, Cobra Kai is a complicated show. It's a complicated show. You don't know who's the main character, right? You don't know who it is. Some people say it's LaRusso, some people say it's Lawrence, some people say it's Rhea. Rhea is the first student of Lawrence. And they have this amazing relationship. It's amazing. We have the setup of Lawrence, who give him enough cash to open up a dojo. And the cool thing is the leading to opening up a dojo. So once again, you're led to believe, oh, Lawrence, he never gave up the past, bro. He never forget about the past. But the reason why he opened up a dojo is not because he misses karate and shit like that. Oh no. Oh. My apologies, guys. We fucked up.
La fameuse œuvre, le
Oh no.
Dio Catalan, tu sais, banane collé sur le mur avec un bout de
We fucked up. We filmed the wrong thing, and then I fucked up again because I didn't.
millions. Je vous ai parlé plusieurs fois. Ben, qu'on pensait qu'elle allait se vendre près d'1 million de dollars parce qu'elle était à l'enchère la semaine passée.
And we're back. Sorry, we missed a bunch. We filmed outside. We filmed inside the set versus outside. Now, what I need to do, guys, I need to get my battery to charge a phone. So give me a couple seconds. I know I could just pause it, but fuck it. So you guys can't wait. Just go. There you go. There you go. That's what happens when you do 3 things at once, right? There you go. 9%, we're good. Okay, so we're back. Sorry. So, it is a. You think that Lawrence forgot about? He's still obsessed about the karate, but that's not it. The truth is, his life is. See, he helped the kid, and the kid said, "Yo, I need your help. I really need your help," right? And I think that Lawrence sees a bit of himself in the kid Rhea. Then the second thing is his car get broken by the daughter of LaRusso, which he still hates. And you see LaRusso, and I think it's a bigger fuck you to LaRusso than karate itself, because LaRusso, so Lawrence's car get total, which is possibly the only thing that he had with any value. And then goes to the thing. Then you see LaRusso, and LaRusso is once again very, very successful. But Lawrence still believes that the move that LaRusso pulled out was illegal. So it's like, yo, you don't deserve the title, you don't deserve all of this. And it's a very, see, Lawrence, you're led to believe that he's an asshole. But at the same time, Lawrence doesn't say, I deserve it more than you. Lawrence is like, I don't care who deserves it, but you don't. You know? So this is cool. We see the stepdad who, once again, Lawrence ends up in jail. Instead of save him out and give him cash, you say, yo, you need to fix it yourself. I'm helping you, which is enough to open up a dojo, right? And it's kind of cool because, once again, Lawrence beats up punks that are ending up bullying Rhea just because they hit the car. Now Lawrence gets involved, but it's still the sort of butterfly effect that's going places, or even the snowball effect that, okay, well, this led to this, that led to this, that led to this, right? And that's it. That's pretty good. We have a party with the LaRusso, right? And it's kind of cool because it shows that he lost control of his kid. So in the first episode, we're led to believe, this episode number 2, by the way, in the first episode, we were led to believe that LaRusso is, well, he has his perfect life, but he doesn't really. LaRusso is led to believe that, oh, dude, I have everything that I ever wanted. But then when you look at him, he's actually not as much of a loser as Lawrence is, but there's a very nice duality. It's a very nice duality. I see, LaRusso is more so unestablished. Lawrence is still hungry. Now, to me, a person that is established doesn't need to be hungry, but it's always nicer to see a character that is hungry for success. We have showing the kids, and you can see that he wants to be a better father, but then, no, it can't be because his daughter, she's organizing a party. It's at a stage where she's always saying no. The kid doesn't give a shit about his father. The son, he's just gaming, and kind of lost it, right? And it's kind of cool because we have the second scene, which is basically Lawrence, who is bullying Rhea. And it's hilarious because the way he's talking like old school. And it's kind of nice because the show is really smart and not necessarily fighting, but into saying, yeah, okay, I know there's been like 20 years in between the Cobra Kai and in between the Karate Kid. And what is really cool here is like, yeah, we know that society has changed, and Lawrence, who's again stuck in the past, doesn't understand why this society changed. And it's kind of cool because Rhea is, and it's so fucking nice because, see, Lawrence is kind of like bullying Rhea, but Rhea needs to be, he doesn't need to be bullied, but he's a bit weak, and Rhea is like, okay, well, I respect this guy enough for him to tell me his shit. Now, the beautiful thing, this is why I love Lawrence so much. you can kind of tell that I like Lawrence and I don't really like Russo. That's personally my opinion. The thing with Lawrence is the relationship with Rhea is amazing. Rhea kind of looks for a father figure, and Lawrence kind of is that in the worst kind of way. And Lawrence kind of looks for he doesn't look for a kid because he has Robbie, right? But spoiler. He doesn't look for a kid, but he kind of wants to redeem himself. Kind of want to be a good guy, and he does little acts to be a good guy, even if he's most of the time he's an asshole. But you see through him helping Rhea, there's almost this, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. There's almost, not necessarily this redemption, but like, a second chance, I guess. Show no respect. Lawrence being Rhea. LaRusso is being close to his kid. We can see that LaRusso is being close to his kid, but it's more so close to Sam. We see him teaching her karate, right? Which is important to him. And you see that he really misses being with Sam. And it kind of is nice because she's his firstborn and there's more story here. And I didn't see the last season. I saw a couple of seasons. I believe that Sam is a more important character than her brother. But there's almost this feeling that, okay, well, I really miss that. And then, trying to convince him to do karate. And now, after that, you see his son. It's like, okay, well, if I have no choice, I'm going to see the son, you know? You got Lawrence he's actually being a good teacher. He teaches Rhea well. And it's kind of funny because, again, with the quiet, it's kind of funny because he has this horrible way of teaching. He's not a good teacher. But then, because Rhea is such a good student, and he's so adaptable of the situation with Lawrence, that it kind of works. It doesn't work in the best of ways, but it kind of works, you know? You have Sam stuck. Sam is always stuck. The thing with Sam is also a very good character, but see, Sam, which is the daughter of LaRusso, if you didn't know, the one who totaled the car of Lawrence, Sam is this cool character, but I don't like the earlier version of her, because Sam is always stuck in between. So for example, right, one of the most powerful scenes in season 2, which I'm not going to review tonight, don't worry, is when she learned to balance. She has this pool in her garden, and she learns to balance herself. But Sam is constantly stuck in between being with a guy that she really likes, which is Kyler. Then Kyler ends up being an asshole. Then she wants to be with Rhea. Oops, spoiler. But then Rhea, Kyler was such an asshole that Rhea doesn't deserve a chance. So she's stuck in between, okay, well, I just got hurt and I really like this guy. Or Sam is stuck in between being this girl that's daddy's girl, right? Who's a good kid. She's a good kid. She has good friends. Those friends are people with a future, or being the popular kids, you know? And she's a part of the popular kids, but then, so she's always stuck in between. She's always stuck in between being the person that she wants to be and the person that she needs to be, which is honestly something that's very human. Something that's very, very, very human. But, see, she's a teenager. So asking yourself, who am I, is very normal. But the kind of like not necessarily the flaw, but what kind of is, it's a bit rhythm breaking. So everybody talks about karate. Everybody talks about how they want to be stronger. So far, we don't have a lot of characters. We have LaRusso, his wife, Sam. We have Lawrence, Rhea. And that's pretty much it. Those are the characters that we care about, right? So LaRusso still doing well. He doesn't need to change. His wife is actually really entertaining. His wife, she's this very supportive wife, but then again, you can tell that she's a fiery thing, which is, okay, don't fuck with me because I'll fuck back. Then you have Rhea, who, once again, and you have the parents of Rhea. You have his mom and you have his grandma. But his mom and grandma are pretty supportive of Rhea. She's like, okay, well, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And you can tell that they're good people. You can tell that they really have Rhea's back. Then you have Lawrence, who is, okay, this is my dojo, this is my new product, I'm excited about it. And then you have all of these characters going in direction. None of them is asking themselves, where should I go? And then you have Sam, who is sadly questioning herself, you know? And I don't know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's totally normal. Because again, you just started the story. And it's by comparison. Everybody else has their ID figured out. And we just met Sam and she's already questioning herself. And I don't want to be a dick. I like the character of Sam. I like the character of Sam a lot in the later season. But at the moment, I don't know you. I don't care about you. You're a character that I like. If I was a character that I like and you were like, holy shit, I have to be that popular, right? And I would feel bad about you. I would feel bad about it. But for now, you're not. For now, you're not. So, I have a situation, you know? Anyway, actually being a good teacher, between popular and nerd. We learned that Lawrence as a kid, which is Robbie. To be honest, Robbie also is one of the weirder characters. Robbie is such an amazing character, such an amazing... Robbie, I have a problem with Robbie. Robbie's such an amazing character. He's such a cool person. Robbie is possibly the closest, because this is in very later season, but Robbie is possibly the person that's closest to perfect harmony between the Miyagi-Do and the Cobra Kai dojo. He's the guy that has the most potential as a fighter. He's really, really strong, and his mentality is really good. You can tell that he can take abuse, he can take this, he can take that, no problem. But the problem with Robbie is you create, and you ask anybody, right? You ask anybody, do you like the relationship between Rhea and Lawrence? And you say yes. And then you have Robbie, which is not so much about, oh man, Lawrence and Rhea are super close right now. They're getting closer. Then you have Robbie to the mix, and it's mixing up things. It's confusing. It's exactly like Sam. Sam, good character, but let me know her before I feel bad about her wondering who she is. Robbie. I would have loved if we saw Robbie as this kind of like an asshole who is kind of like in the life of Rhea, in the life of Sam, but we don't know who he is, and then it's revealed that it's, oh, Lawrence is my father. So it's kind of cool, but you know, we got Kyle. We got Kyle, which is the boyfriend of Sam, we remember. But then the LaRusso. And ultimately speaking, Kyle is this weird character. Kyle is this character that is an asshole, but then he redeems himself. But then Kyle is also this character that's, yeah, I did a lot of work to redeem myself. I was able to redeem myself. But then when I have a character redemption, you guys didn't do nothing with me. So we spend a lot of the couple first season building the character of Kyle just to do nothing with him, right? But even did LaRusso because Sam, she's their surgeon, right? And it's kind of cool because it's not important. Kyle ended up being a douche, kind of end up being a douche. But then it's complicated, it's complex because LaRusso who I spent a lot of time in Japan or Japanese culture, is very familiar with it. Kind of knows a lot about it, right? Then you see Kyler and he said, holy shit, you're Japanese. So I'm gonna be doing things that I know that Japanese people do. But Kyler is Japanese, but he was probably raised the American way. He craves burger, he craves fucking fish sticks, you know? So you're kind of assuming that he has this heritage when he doesn't. But then Kyler is like, okay, well, I don't like fish. And he didn't make an effort, right? So LaRusso kind of an asshole for assuming, but then Kyler kind of an asshole for not being grateful that the guy didn't effort. See, LaRusso, right, by assuming, I had this lesson by a friend of mine, Jay, Junior, fucking love you, bro. He taught me not to assume. He taught me that assuming things is very much of an asshole behavior. I didn't know that before. It took me 28 years to know it. Then I realized, okay, well, give people a chance to explain who they are. Give people a chance to explain the situation of, why did I act like that? Don't assume that, okay, you're guilty. Don't assume that, okay, well, this person is an asshole. Give them a chance to explain themselves, right? So they're both kind of wrong, but if anything, this is important because he tells him that he got bullied by Lawrence, and then LaRusso gets mad, and then that's when it really starts the duality between them, or the rivalry between them. More rivalry. Now, why this is so cool? Because there's this scene, there's only one scene in episode number 1, where there's kind of tension between LaRusso and Lawrence. Kind of tensions. Not a lot of tensions, but there's a tension. So you see that these two guys don't like each other. And again, I have to blame Lawrence. Lawrence is to blame. LaRusso makes some effort. See, LaRusso is too kind. It's such a duality, such a nice duality, because LaRusso is too kind, but Lawrence is an asshole. Lawrence is actually really nice to Rhea. That's about it. So there's beef, and LaRusso's like, yo, you don't want to create a Cobra Kai. Put Cobra Kai behind you. Cobra Kai is bad. But then you have to accept. So Lawrence once again creates his dojo, which is the same name of the dojo he grew up in. You're like, dude, these people were not good. They were not good people. And ultimately speaking, Creed and Silver were not good people. Right? They were not good people. However, there is this small distinction. The mentality of Cobra Kai was good. The people teaching Cobra Kai wasn't good. Lawrence believed in the... See, there's this... I'm going to take the Bible. I'm going to take the Quran. I'm going to take the Torah. You have this book, right? Possibly one of the most important books in the history of mankind. And then you have a priest or a rabbi or a... I don't know who's in charge of the mosque. I don't know who's in charge of the mosque. Sorry, guys. But you don't like them because the way they're talking, the way they're don't agree with what they're saying, doesn't mean that the book or the religion is not good, right? And then you tell me, yeah, but religion is different than a dojo. Agreed, but they're both way to live a life. They're both way, like, for example, you see athletes who their whole life is athletes. When you learn about dojo, when you learn about karate, it's a style of life. But it's really, really important, and if you implement it, it will change a lot of the things in your life. Being patient, being calm, you know? And that's pretty much it. Episode number 3, we have Lawrence. He has a problem getting customer, right? Because he has Rhea. But then again, see, that's also a cool thing. You can understand why it's not popular, because karate is sort of this thing of the past, right? And without wanting to say this thing of the past, it is a thing of the past. There's a problem coming up with customers. And this is where I love the relationship between Lawrence and Rhea. Lawrence had this... I don't know. I don't want to... It's tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough. It's really tough. I think I'm gonna go with the ideal of an uncle figure, because Lawrence comes into the life of Rhea as a father figure, but they're too close for being a father figure. They're too friendly. But then he's not a bro because there's a lot of age difference. So Lawrence is kind of the cool uncle that's like, don't worry about your dad, don't worry about your mom. I'll teach you some things, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know. So that's kind of cool. Hey, that is kind of cool. We have. I always love the friendship. We have more training, right? And Rhea coming clutch, he wants to build a website for the Cobra Kai. But even though he creates a website for Cobra Kai, it doesn't work. But you know, it doesn't work, but at the same time, Rhea tried. Rhea did try, right? And ultimately, I think it's in this episode or the next one, we're gonna have a bigger part of Rhea in the popularity of Cobra Kai. I think it's episode number 4 though. We have the costumes. We have a party, yes. We have the party where the costume rules. And it's funny because the costume rule is possibly one of the most boring scene. Oh, don't dress like a slut because you're a kid, right? There's appropriate dress code. But then what is kind of cool and what is seen is kind of nice is a episode ago, Lawrence was talking about snowflakes and how much the generation was fucked up and how weak the generation of Rhea was. So we have Lawrence who believed that the regeneration is weak, and next scene we have is, okay, well, guess what? We're weak. We are weak. So there's a night duality, and I like it. With the Halloween party. When Kyler, I wrote down killers. There's Kyler. We have the Halloween party, and Kyler, and the importance here is Kyler's an asshole. Kyler's an asshole, and the reason why it's so important is because Sam once again struggles in between being popular and in between being the person that she wants to be, the good girl that she wants to be, you know? The Kyler is the kind of the link. It's like, okay, well, there's multiple times in the story, in the episodes, 1, 2, and 3, where you can tell that Sam, she has more in common with her father, she has more in common with a friend that's a nerd, right? You can tell that she's a nerd, right? But then, she got with Kyler, and Kyler is like, oh, the boy of my dreams. And the boy of her dreams, she'll hang out with the cool people, but then it doesn't really matter because she's not who she is. So Kyler trying to getting with Sam is one of the first half of, and you can tell that it's complicated. It's really, really complicated. So there's a lot of similarity in between the Karate Kids and the Lawrence. So in Karate Kid, Lawrence is kind of an asshole to Rhea at the Christmas party, at the Halloween party. And then Kyle does the same thing. But now you're stuck in between, okay, well, Kyle is an asshole, or you're stuck in between, yeah, he's acting like Lawrence, but I like Lawrence. So should I forgive Kyler? Which I think it's really smart, narrative-wise, because you'll be doing the same scene with a different character, and like, yeah, I like this character, but I don't like the scene. You understand? But also gets in the way, right? And then it's kind of cool because once again, Cobra Kai actually is really, really well written. I'm always surprised by how well it's written. It's well written because the story is good. It's well written because the pacing is good. So since Kyle didn't get with Sam, he started bullying the friends of the Hawk, and I don't remember the nerd's name. We have this. He didn't get with Sam, so he's pissed off. And then he sees the kid that he used to bully. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna bully them. And you understand, kind of because he just got rejected or he just got cock-blocked by LaRusso. Doesn't mean that the kids, you should bully them, right? In the same way he did it. And then we have Rhea who fights with Kyler, right? And what is really, 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 really cool is understanding why Kyler is bullying him. But ultimately, Kyler bullying Rhea makes Sam not like Kyler, which is again an important snowball effect, butterfly effect. There's a lot of continuation, and the story is good because the pacing is nice. But ultimately, the most important in that scene is that Rhea loses. Now, why is that important? Because in another episode, which is episode number 4, Rhea fights with Kyler again, but this time he wins. And that is super important because it's the fact that there's a growth in Rhea, there's a growth in his karate skills. The episode ends with a giant penis billboard, right? For LaRusso, and he wonders who he is. It's just, the scene is not super important. It feels like a narrative push for LaRusso to get mad at Lawrence. But there doesn't need to be a penis billboard. I think it's funny, but there's enough animosity for them to be there, you know? That's pretty much it. Get to episode number 4. Rhea is badly injured, right? And because he's badly injured because of Kyler bullying, his mom's like, nah, no more training. Which is kind of cool. Okay, so we have to stop here because I'm at 5%. But yeah, we'll continue episode number 4. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Why am I... We're back. Let's go. Okay, good. Honest to goodness. Honest to goodness. There you go. See? 3%. Holy shit.